Just before I get into the video, please ignore the background noise. There is some work going on which has just been disturbing my life, so don't worry about that if you can hear that. Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. This just came right on time, like I had to talk about this video. This controversial video that Simone put out, a lot of people had things to say about it. I'm gonna play the video for you guys. This is not the first time that she has gone trending for things that she has said. Simone, she's all about manifestation. So we're gonna just dive in and just get right into the video. Whilst you're at it, in the description is my PayPal and my Cash app. I really would appreciate all of your support. I'm trying to make this channel boom. Simone did this video. Let's have a quick watch.
We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He got to be tall. He got to be dark. He got to be handsome. He got to have pretty teeth. He got to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. He got to be rich. He got to be successful. He got to be all these things. And we ain't even half the things on that list. He got to be a family man. Bitch, you ain't talked to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. Your account is in the negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He got to have a job. You need to go fill out some applications because you're still unemployed. He got to have pretty teeth. You ain't seen a dentist in 6 years. He got to have a six-pack and be in shape. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing. Get your life together. This whole list that he got to be. You ain't even half the things on that list. So this is what I challenge you to do so we can manifest love all 2021. Make that list of that perfect dream man that you got in your mind. Then, what I did, make a list.
Now, a lot of people seem to have a lot to say about it. A lot of people were disagreeing with what she was saying. And also, I think people found it hard coming from her because she was the same woman that spoke about she couldn't date a 9-to-5 because she's an entrepreneur. So for her, you had to be an entrepreneur to date her, to be at a qualifying standard, should I say. And then she comes out with this video which a lot of people felt like it was contradicting. She was basically saying that you want to manifest a man, you want a husband, you want to have all of these lists and requirements, but sis, like, where are you? How are you measuring to these requirements? I personally, yeah, I love the video. Everything in that video that she said, that's me all over. Someone said in the live that I did, sometimes women, they come with these entitlements, and I think men are catching on to that. We come with these dating requirements that we can't even match up to. We want a guy to be tall, we want a guy to drive this, we want a guy to have this on his bank account, we want a guy to do this. We want to get as close to perfection as possible, and we want a guy to literally have everything on the plate. I don't disagree with a pew that she said, with one dot, one comma, nothing that she said. I agree with her 100%. You want a guy that's rich, sis? What's your account looking like? What's your money management looking like? What's your financial relationship like? You want a guy that is tidy? Can you even keep your room clean? You want a guy that can cook? Can you cook? You want a guy to have all of these things. What are you bringing to the table? I want to move away from social media blame. Yes, social media has a massive part to play in terms of women's expectation towards men, because we are massively being educated from social media, from these celebrities, from Cardi B. There was even a song that JLo came out with, I'm Not Your Mama. We have a heavy social influence, but you're old enough to be able to make up your own mind and form your own opinion, like your own standard on how you should be as a woman. We have a massive issue in our generation when it comes to relationship. We can't keep them. We can get them easily, but we can't maintain them, we can't sustain them, we can't keep relationships. To get them is easy, to keep them, that's another problem. And partly I feel like it's because we have these unrealistic dating requirements that we put as females, we put on men. And I will specifically target this video towards women because obviously that's the message that she put out. And I love the fact that it was coming from a woman, because I feel like sometimes men love to come and bash women and tell women how they should be, when it's like, well, you need to be telling your brothers, you need to be directing that energy to the men. Like, leave the women to deal with women and you deal with the men. Like, personally, I don't agree with that. I hate that men always trying to correct women when it's like there's plenty of little boys who need correction. Go and correct them. I'm I'm not talking about your partner correcting you in general, but I'm all for women teaching women, women correcting women, women pouring into women. I'm all about that. So I love the fact that it was coming from a female. I believe she is in a relationship now, but even so, like, I don't personally feel like you need to be in a relationship to know a one or two thing about relationship, because wisdom also comes from experience. I love the fact that she was basically saying, what are you bringing to the table? You know, it's all good and well to have these expectations, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a standard and having a preference and wanting these things, but can you match that? What you're asking for, can you match it? I don't know why people seem to have a problem with it. Someone says, B. Simone was just on here talking about she can't be with a man with a 9 to 5, now trying to preach her ugly ass and still don't got a man for a reason. I think she does have a man. I'm pretty sure I have seen her with a man. And with that type of mentality, it's like she's saying that she doesn't want a 9 to 5 for a reason. Like, if you actually listen to her video, she's not doing a 9 to 5. That's exactly the point that she's making. She's an entrepreneur, so she wants an entrepreneur to understand her lifestyle. It's not like she doesn't have a job, but she's still saying that she doesn't want a man with a 9 to 5. Like, that's what she's trying to say. So I feel like with comments like that, it's like, babe, you're not hearing, like, you didn't understand what she's saying. If she had come and she said, I don't want a man that's doing a 9 to 5, but she doesn't even work, she doesn't even have her money on lock, like she doesn't do anything with her life, then she will be contradicting herself. But she's an entrepreneur. So to her, she feels like she wants to be with an entrepreneur. And on top of that, she's been with a 9 to 5, so she's speaking from experience. So personally for her, it didn't work. Also, like, I do feel like sometimes women in our generation, like women in our time, really try to be grown above their age. It's like we have 23-year-olds, 22, 19-year-olds who literally think that they're grown, like they're big women. They don't want to hear. That humility is not there. It's almost like when you hear something that is a bit challenging, it's kind of like, I'm a big woman, you can't tell me what to do. But it's like, but you're still growing. Like, you need to be humble enough to listen, because this is exactly the reason why we're not sustaining relationships, because of that attitude. And that's on both sides. It's that egoistic attitude, that pride that just says, you can't tell me what to do, I can do what I want to do. There's nothing wrong with taking in information. There's nothing wrong with learning from other people. There's nothing wrong with what she has said. She's basically saying, what can you bring to the table? You're asking for all of these things. You want a man who works out, but you're eating chips every day. Like, are you working out? Like, is your body on 10? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're saying you want a man whose body is on 10, but is your body on 10? Don't be so nitpicking when you're far from that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having high standards. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting the best. For me, I have certain standards that I'm like, it's so hard. Let me tell you, it is so hard for me to let go of. Every single day, yeah, I try to see if I can compromise on that thing. And I just can't. Like, it is a struggle. Like, I'm just like, nah. Like, this, I can never let go of that. Like, I need this. Like, this is a standard requirement of mine that I'm just like, I cannot be with a guy like if he's not that. And guys, it is shallow, let me tell you. I can't even lie, it is so shallow. I'm too embarrassed to even say. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's just my preference, you get what I mean? But in terms of like materialistic things, are you patterned? Like, are you able to offer the same things that you are demanding? Because what you put out is what you're gonna attract. So yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts in a comment is about that. Like, it's gonna be very interesting to hear what you lot have to say. And also, I feel like there's certain type of people that people just don't like in general. So regardless of whether they say something positive or not, they're always gonna get negative feedback just because people don't like them in general. So it's like, I'm not even gonna listen to you because I don't even like you. And I feel like that's what it's like with B. Simone. But regardless to whether I like her or not, still I think the message was on point. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe if you are new to my channel and turn your notification bell on. I'll speak to you guys in my next video.